can fly. Diamonds on me because I'm rapping.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. To the air right away is Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Cover, cover! Hey, 66!
Again, it's Fournette. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Brady. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Our game here, Bucs and Chiefs, certainly one of the crown jewels of this 2022 NFL schedule. Of course, a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 55, Tom Brady's 7th Super Bowl title, when his guys really outmanned a Kansas City team who came up short in their quest to go back-to-back. And you look at these two quarterbacks, Brady, just a legend of the game. Many say the GOAT. Mahomes, certainly you could say on a similar trajectory. And then we'd be remiss for not mentioning these two, of course, shared a Madden cover back in 2021. So this a hot ticket indeed here in Tampa. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman for the KC first.
First down pickup by Mecole Hardman, and this season is really his big chance to emerge and break out. Last 3 years, he's been second fiddle among KC's track star receivers, but with Tyreek Hill gone now, this is Mecole Hardman's opportunity to take on a bigger role in the offense.
Bell Bell brings it in across the formation. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TV. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hit a crowd of gold. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Brady to his tight end, Braid, for the Tampa Bay 1st. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And brought in by Bray. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup at 33 yards. Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, I don't think that they're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this 1st half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Edwards-Helaire. On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
First down, Chiefs.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes to throw once more. It's Kelsey on the ground. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Jacket, reload!
On 2nd and 12, Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Ozzie! Ozzie! Go bandit! Go bandit!
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Bucs 66. Hey, check it.
From the 29, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Up the gut, Fournette. To about the 40-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Fournette once more on second down. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, for the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And
rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And the ball is knocked out, and the Buccaneers have it.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
4 down, a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Hey, Alabama.
On play action, now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Brady to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hardman to return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he struggles to get a yard here. Maybe a yard down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Shaquille Barrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brady's throw there complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
No, 66.
Now Brady. And this is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mahomes quickly complete out wide, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
He's at the 50, the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you presented, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Fournette. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Mahomes.
Complete. Valdez-Scantling. He's got room past the 30. And good yardage there as he gets out of bounds as well, up past the 30.
Give him 30 yards there.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Mahomes.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.